Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Hi, how are you? My scratch is itching me. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is going to be the sign of Gemini, so I hope you guys are really excited about that. This can be sun or moon or rising Gemini, okay? It can also be a Venus Gemini or a 7th house Gemini. We all have the 12 signs in every single chart, but some of them are prominent a little bit more than others, okay? A little bit more prominent. So your 7th house is extremely prominent, and that would be talking about the relationship you have with your significant other. So that's why that I always mention to please include your 7th house when you're looking at the signs, because a lot of people are a Sagittarius rising and they've got no planets in the 7th, but they do have the sign of Gemini in the 7th. So don't forget to include it. Hi everybody. Hi Charity. Hi Markers. So good to see you. Hi Tori. I love you guys. All right. So let's do this. I wanted to be very traditional with Gemini today and just use my traditional tarot. And of course, I'm going to clarify with 1,000 cards, because you guys know how I am. All right, so this is going to be for the sign of Gemini for the month of September, okay? This message may talk about what you've already been through. It may talk about what you're going through now. It may talk about what you will be going through. So remember those things when trying to see if it resonates, okay? All right, Gemini. How are you guys? How many Geminis do I have in the house? How many Geminis? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 7th house. How many Geminis do I have? I'm a Gemini, Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Wow, that is so cool. Oh, there's another Gemini. Wow, going through so much here. Oh my goodness, through too much here. Gemini, okay. My Gemini people. You guys are intelligent, playful, kind. You actually are lucky, because if you're a Gemini sun or moon or rising, you will keep a youthful appearance for a very long time. You always have this childish face, very youthful. And if that's not the case, then you have a childish, youthful personality. So you either look young or stay young forever. That's what it feels like. Anyways, Geminis are usually lighthearted, playful, fun-loving. The only complaint I think people have with Geminis is you can be seen as fickle, and that's because you can change your position on something pretty easily. With a little bit of information, you can sway. You know, you can sway with a little bit of information. It's because you make quick decisions, okay? You make very quick decisions. So sometimes you may be interested in somebody completely, and then you may change your mind. You're just not interested anymore because something else interests you, or somebody else catches your eye, you know? So people think, oh, Gemini's fickle, but really, Gemini is just living in the moment. Gemini likes to live free, live young, live in the moment, and that's another youthful, description of you, okay? You guys are really good at working technology, usually. You guys are really fun when it comes to games and children and good times. You're excellent at gathering a crowd. You guys are really good at like making a party, hosting a party, inviting people, getting people to come to a party. Geminis have a knack for making a party look really fun. So you guys are the ones that, you know, go on Pinterest and really make a party look fun, or you just use your creative side and you start just decorating balloons and cakes and good food and games and music, and you guys are just really good at giving people a good time. And it's funny, for a Gemini, they think, oh, everybody must be like that. No, Gemini, no, there's a lot of people that are not like that. There's a lot of people that would much rather just pay some Gemini to create their party versus them doing it. So consider it a compliment, okay? Consider it a compliment that you are really fun like that. Gemini people are usually eye people. I've seen a lot of Geminis, and it's the eyes. Like, They have a lot of really great features, but the eyes tend to stick out for me. I also think that the smile, a lot of Geminis have a great smile. So just a big smile, big eyes, and I think that's because your youthful nature shines through your smile and through your eyes. So naturally, Geminis like to go for people that have beautiful eyes and a beautiful smile. Usually a Gemini can get turned on just by the eyes. That's a little Gemini secret. Geminis have bedroom eyes, and boy, when somebody else has bedroom eyes, Gemini is just like, hello, what? Oh, okay. They get the entire message through the eyes. Believe me, they do. And they have a lot in common with the Cancerian, which is their tropical sign, but the Astrological is through the eyes. So they have so much in common with that. All right, so let's see what's going on with Gemini people. Spirit, please guide me in a message for the sign of Gemini for the month of September. Please show me who they are. What's going on for them? I feel like I want to do a Celtic cross for you. I feel very traditional today for Geminis. Maybe you guys are just wanting to be traditional today. I feel very traditional. Of course, this is my own version of a Celtic cross. It's not somebody else's, so it's kind of weird. I'm just trying to get the general idea of the Celtic with my own little twist on it. Just bear with me for a moment, guys, while I get the cards. Ooh, that came out extra, didn't it? Okay, bottom of the deck for you is the Five of Pentacles, which is the dark night of the soul. It's also abandonment, grief, hard times, hardship, loss. It is a moment of poverty, okay, lack mentality even. It's a moment of worry. Now, what I like is you're not alone, okay? You're not alone in this, but it is dark outside. There's a beautifully lit window from a church right behind you. So there's hope nearby, but it's like they've abandoned you. You know, have you ever been by those churches where homeless people are sleeping outside the church and the church won't just open their doors and let that person come in from the cold? They kind of shut them out. I guess that's kind of how you feel, like maybe faith has walked out on you. Faith has shut you out. What I mean by faith is spirit. You feel. This is a feeling, not a truth, not a fact, because spirit's not going to walk out on you. But the bottom line energy is you feel abandoned by spirit and source. You feel like the archangels and your spirit guides and the spirit world in general have not assisted you in helping you with what you feel you needed most. Okay? And you feel like, where are you and where were you? I'm in need. I'm in a lot of need here, and you've shut the door on me. You're not allowing this wish fulfillment. So I feel there's some frustration that you've tried and tried and tried again, and you're not winning here. You're not getting what you want here. Okay? There's also a financial situation that you're dealing with. I think it's almost over because it's the bottom of the deck, but you might be in a moment of financial hardship, not permanent financial hardship, just maybe something came up that you can't pay for. You know, maybe your car went out, you can't pay to fix it right now. Maybe there's some bills that are due and you're like, okay, I gotta wait, 3 weeks before I can put that money towards it. Maybe there's something you want to do, like buy a car, buy a house, or something like that, and you can't in this moment. So you kind of feel like, damn, I need to get some financial help here, okay? And that's kind of the underall energy that's going on. Bottom line. Okay, so let's see what else is up with gems. How are you coming in today, love? 10 of Pentacles. Optimistic, but very heavily engrossed in work. This is family and work. Like Gemini is very focused, really focused on their schedule, their house, the order of their house. Financial matters are in the utmost of importance to you. Family well-being, that really goes along with the 5 of Pentacles bottom line. You're so focused on the family. You're so focused on the house and the car and the kids and the dogs and the money that's coming in and your future that what else is there right now? You're just trying really hard to get your house and your home and your family in order, okay? So this is about order. This is about possibly reorganizing the home, getting organization. This is definitely decluttering the home, cleaning rooms out, cleaning the house out, whatever. Maybe putting away the garden stuff, getting ready for fall. This is about home decorating, okay? Very strong home decorating skills. This is about relationship and marriage. So if you are in a relationship, you're very dedicated to the spouse and the children. If you're single, it means that you're preparing for a spouse. You're making room and calling in that spouse, becoming very well focused on living the life of a married family. This card represents a married family. So there's a grandfather there, which is an in-law, okay, or a father, okay, could be a father. And then you have a wife and a husband or soon to be, okay? Usually it's a wife or a husband, but it can be engagement. It can be soon to be. And there's a little guy right here, so there's a little child. For some people that are young, that's a little brother, For other people, that is their children, just represents their children. And then, of course, you have the dogs. So it represents family. And then you have a house, but it's not just any house, it's a palace. So this card actually represents a royal family, someone that has great means. But in this day and age, not everyone is royal or has royal lord, stuff going on. This is more of a family that is well-to-do or has, a nice, very, very big home. Okay, usually this represents a big home and abundance. It could also represent a home where many people live. So you have to see how it resonates for you. Some people live in a home where they live with their family. Maybe grandma lives there, maybe mom lives there, maybe brother and sister-in-law live there. Maybe your kids all live there and, whatever. You got a full house, you know what I mean? So it just means, hey, full house, I'm not all alone. But for the older Geminis that are all alone, say you've had your children, you've had your years of marriage, and now, you had a relationship that you were separated from. It means you're thinking back on a time when you did have it all, when you did have a full house. Maybe you're thinking back on your childhood, but what I'm trying to say is, right now Gemini is thinking a lot about family and lack thereof, which makes sense because Taurus is moving into Scorpio, and that would be in your 12th house. So Ketu's moving in your 12th. The house is already a house of death. It's already a house of loss. You know, it's already a house of endings and spiritual beliefs. And now Ketu's coming in here to say, we're going to just forget about all of this and not even worry about it. Or you're going to think very heavy on it and wish you had it, but you don't because it's gone. So there's this loss mentality. A lot of you guys are going to be thinking heavily about a grandparent that passed, or a mom and dad, just family in general that have passed. Whoops, got that. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I meant to say Rahu's in Scorpio in the 12th house, not Ketu, and I've been thinking about Ketu like 24/7, so he can't get out of my fucking head. So my bad. Okay. What I meant to say was, no, I'm reversed again. Rahu is in Scorpio, which is 7 away from your 12th house. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with me today. I seriously need my coffee, apparently. I don't know why Scorpio is hitting me for the 12th house. I don't know why. That would be Taurus for you. So I just don't know why I'm thinking Scorpio in the 12th house. Besides the fact that Scorpio is aspecting it, you know, that is a big thing. Rahu's aspecting your 12th. So there must be something to do with a Scorpio in your 12th house, because I don't know why it's popping in. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Anyways, that may be a thing for you. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe you've lost a Scorpio. Maybe Scorpio is heavily resonated there for you. Someone says my Scorpio is in my 12th. Okay. So if somebody has Scorpio in the 12th, then that's going to make sense for you. It's really hitting home for me here with this 10 of Pentacles. I'm just going to go with it. Spirit combobulated my mind for a reason to say these things. So I'm just going to go with it. Taurus is in your 12th, because if you're a Gemini moon or rising, it's in your 12th. But even if you're sun. Anyways, moving on. The simple fact that loss has to do with the 12th, and Scorpio has to do with transformation and loss, that could make a lot of sense. You may be feeling a lot of loss here. You may be actually feeling a lot of death in the 12th. So you may just be experiencing death, and this is something that you're facing. Maybe it's a fear, okay? I feel like you're facing a fear of death, or you're just trying to wrap your head around those that have passed, and it's just really hurting you right now, and you're coming in thinking, what am I going to leave behind? Do I have to make up a will? Who's going to do what if I do pass? You know, you're thinking about life and death. Okay, life and death. And you're just thinking about, you want to live as long as you can. You want to be abundant, but there's a reality that things happen. Sudden things happen, which is Scorpio, sudden things. So Ketu is probably bringing a lot of past life memories up for you, but he's also trying to help you conquer your fear of death. So this next 18.5 months for you may be a conquering of your fear of death. You may be doing some very heavy, deep research, a lot of books, just research about what's going on, you know, with that afterlife, trying to hear people's stories, trying to see who you can trust, talking to family members, really trying to wrap your head around the other side. So there might be a great interest in that. You're going to be very skeptical, which is rightfully so. And you're very skeptical, and you want to see that people they have credentials and they're telling the truth and their stories are legit, so you can believe them. Also, because Scorpio is coming up for you, I think you're seeing some weird stuff. I do feel like you might be seeing shadows. You might be seeing spirits. You might be seeing spiritual things that are going to be popping up for you, where you see something out of the corner of your eye. Okay? So you might be looking around going, what was that? So you're sensing some spirits. You're sensing it. Maybe the spirit world is trying to talk to you. I do feel like relatives are trying to talk to you that have passed on for sure. They may be showing you signs. I had a reading once where my grandpa had just passed, you know, fairly recent, and I had some physical items jump across the room, okay? I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was on camera. I should turn it in somewhere. Nobody was there, and it just jumped straight across the room on camera on one of my readings when I left the video for a moment, and somebody said, oh my God, check your screen. And the weirdest thing was it popped up at 13 minutes and 13 seconds, which was so weird, 13, which to me is kind of a death number, okay? And not even minutes before that, the doorbell rang, remember? And I had to get up and say, excuse me, I think the doorbell rang, but nobody was there. I might have heard something that nobody else heard. Maybe you guys didn't even hear the doorbell, but I did. So that was very weird. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, Gemini. You may be experiencing some phenomenon like that at home. So anyways, keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled. I don't think it's anything dangerous or scary. I just think it's something that, you know, you might be dealing with because Ketu is going to be in your 12th house, okay? And Ketu is a guru. It's a spiritual guide. It's somebody that has no head, but just feels things. Okay, so no judgments. And so you're just going to be heavily into your feelings about spirits, because the 12th house is spirit world and all of those things. So it's going to be pretty strong for you with Rahu there in the 6th in Virgo. I'm sorry, not Virgo. Scorpio, but in the house of Virgo. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Anyways, it's there in Scorpio. Talking about enemies, it looks like you're going to overcome your enemies. And if you want more information on the Rahu, Ketu, North Node, South Node transit, you can go down in my video list and click it. I have the signs with the transit for the next 18.5 months that will give you more information. But yes, I do think you're going to be conquering an enemy, which has to do with this 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I think that you've been suffering, and now you're going to come in ahead, okay? I think you may have been struggling, even financially, and now you're going to come in with some money, okay? Some good money, honey. So whatever has been lost will be found. Whatever has been wounded will be healed. And whatever has been taken from you wrongfully will be righted. So there's some justice coming in for you, especially in regards to family, okay? Let's go ahead and see what's crossing you. This means what's in front of you. Like, what do you have to deal with? What's on your plate right now? The hierophant. The hierophant is on your plate right now. Taurus energy. This can represent so many things, but the number 5 stands out to me first, because we have 5 and 5, which is change. And even the number 10 is 5 plus 5. So you have 4 5s really going on here. And so you're really going through change, and that's what's on your plate. It's also about transformation. So for you, you're getting into a very responsible new energy. What you notice here in this card is a priest, a pope, who has all the power. And then you see his followers, his believers. They come up to him and they believe him. They pledge their life to him and to God, okay? But they believe the Pope is special, like the high priestess. Very, very, very much like the high priestess. Because they believe that he has the power of heaven and hell. He has the power of heaven and earth. He has the power to connect to the spiritual world and bring it here in the physical realm, which represents the pillars, which is a door. So like the high priestess, they think the priest sits in the doorway, between spiritual and reality. So again, this is you dealing with what? A spiritual and physical alter reality. This is where you're dealing with both. So yeah, you're right in the middle, again, between the spirit world and this earth, which talks about kind of what you're dealing with. We also had mentioned what? Your faith. When we got this card, your faith. The major arcana has to do with faith, does it not? Number 5, major arcana. And then you have a minor arcana, which is the 5 of Pentacles. All the minors of the 5s have to do with some version of faith. Loss of faith, wanting of faith, being angry because of loss of faith, beliefs. You know, it always has to do with that. It also has to do with order. So this is an order. This is a Catholic order, obviously. It's Catholic. But again, we talked about loss of faith, and this is what's happening for you. What's on your plate is your beliefs, very heavily. I mean, I feel like most of the majority of what you're going through is faith. You're going through a faith testing. I almost want to say it's a faith crisis. I really do. You're walking through this like, I'm testing my faith. How strong do I believe in this system? You know, whatever your system is, okay? Whatever your religion is, whatever your belief system is, it's how strongly do I really want to go forward in belief of this? And so you're questioning it. You're like, where were you? Where were you when I needed you? So why should I believe in you? Where were you when I prayed? Where were you when I begged? Where were you when I changed? Where were you when I struggled? My only advice on that is the Footprints poem. Whenever you think you're walking alone and you see one set of footprints in the sand, it wasn't you walking alone without me that I left you. It was that I carried you through that. So I think, oh ye of little faith. And that's kind of the message that's coming across to me. Oh ye of little faith. And Spirit is saying, don't doubt me. Don't test me. You know, a lot of the people would call Jesus and try to egg him on to prove his divinity. And they would say, if you're real, do this. If you're real, do that, you know. And that's kind of what Gemini is doing. Like, oh, if you're real, show yourself to me. You know, if the spirit world is real, prove it. Show me that you exist. Show me what happens after we die. Show me, give me proof. I'm losing faith here. I don't want you to freak out because you might be feeling these things internally, secretly. I want you to know that this is a lesson and it is a test. And because Ketu's there in your 12th, you are definitely going to be feeling tested spiritually, and that's normal. It's okay. It's literally an energy that you're working through, and you're just beginning to work through it this month of September, and it's going to last a year and a half. So hopefully it will get better, but it might feel a little bit intense right now, okay? Over the next few months, it might be pretty intense, you know, even through Christmas, through the holidays, it will be really intense. You will be visiting a church or an ashram or a sacred place. I don't think you've been to a sacred place in a long time. So you're going to be visiting one. Now, for those that are not, because it's COVID-19 and there's just no way you would go anywhere, I see you building a sacred spiritual place for yourself in your home. I see you having spiritual candles. I see you having pictures of the ones that have passed. I see you having incense. I see you having notes, journals, or letters, or memorabilias, you know? Maybe a hat of someone that passed, or a ring, or something like that, you know what I mean? On like an altar, you know, you're gonna have a sacred place where you connect to those that have passed and where you connect to the other side. And you're gonna be really testing it out, working through it, trying to reach them. So there's going to be kind of like a seance kind of thing, but not really for some people, but for some people it may literally be a seance. For others it may just be you just trying to reach out very subtly. Okay? Also, in relationships, in other news, what could be on your plate is a very heavy presence of marriage. And Gemini is like, the clock is ticking. When am I going to get married? Okay? If you're already married, it's like the clock is ticking. When is this going to feel better? When is this marriage really going to feel real for me? Because you might be going through that. This is very hippie for me, very like rip off the bra, go braless, woohoo, Gemini, you know, but it's also rebellion. So untraditional, you're trying to break tradition, and you're just really trying to be like, I want my marriage to be different. I believe that my marriage or my relationship will be unique. I don't want to be orthodox with it. I don't want it to be traditional. It's going to be a very untraditional relationship. And that's kind of what Gemini feels and Gemini sees is whoever I marry, whoever I'm with, it will be a unique family. It won't be like everybody else. I also feel, though, that what's crossing you is tradition. Didn't I say, yep, from the very beginning of this reading, I feel like I want to be really traditional with the Celtic and everything? I'm like, I just feel it. And then this is what comes out. 10 of Pentacles, the hierophant is tradition. Okay? So there's a lot of tradition messages here for you. Like, what do you're going to do things traditionally. What does this mean? Your mom cooks a specific way. That's tradition. You're going to be traditional. Christmas is always this way. It's going to be traditional. You know, when it comes to home matters, you want tradition. You want to decorate traditionally, like how you grew up, or you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of what you're doing in your house. You want to be traditional. You might be trying to decorate in a traditional way. Like, your relationship is modern, but your home is very traditional. So you might have a traditional bed, traditional decor. You might have the bed with the 2 nightstands, super traditional. You might have a family dining table with, you know, I don't know, you know, 12 places to sit. It's very traditionally set. You want traditional everything, like, you just want the home to be comfortable, and you feel very comfortable traditional. But also there's a lot of religious aspect. So you might be putting up a lot of crosses, maybe pictures of saints, maybe Buddha, you know, spiritual pieces, maybe Ganesha. You're going to be putting up a lot of spiritual things in your home to remind you to be having faith, because underneath the facade of you have a very strong faith is I'm testing it because I'm not so sure I'm all for it. So you're trying to really be traditional and believe in your history and your family and your beliefs and all of that, but at the same time you're questioning it, okay? And this is a very confusing time for you. So what is also on your plate is I want to be married. Let's be frank. Okay? Let's be frank. 10 of Pentacles is marriage. Hierophant is marriage. So what's heavy on your mind, Gemini? Marriage. You just want someone to commit to you. And either you are married or you're wanting one. Doesn't matter. You want a partner. You want a life partner. You want someone dedicated. You want the vows. You don't want some bullshit. You want the vows. You just want to share a life with someone. And so you might be doing some Pinteresting where you're like saving wedding ideas. Maybe you're writing vows for the future. Maybe thinking about writing vows. What would you say if you dedicated your life to someone? So you have a very romantic mind, and you're thinking heavily about that. You may be watching a lot of married movies, like people getting married. You may be watching movies or shows about, you know, like wedding planning, things like that. But it's very heavy on your mind. You're certainly thinking about it. Is it coming in? We're going to have to see. But what's crossing you is you really want to be married. Now, I also get the feeling for some Geminis, because of these 2 cards, you may have recently got married. Okay? So there are some Geminis that recently tied the knot, tied the vows. And for those that recently got married, you may be kind of second guessing your choices. You know, you kind of felt pressured maybe. Maybe you did it because you had you needed money. Like, this is someone that might have got married because they needed a green card. It could be somebody that got married because of a child, a pregnancy. It may be someone that got married because somebody needed them. You know, I need you, Gemini, so they marry you because they need you. So there could be some codependency with recent marriages for Geminis if you got married recently. If you're single, Gemini, it just means that you feel alone and you feel like you're lacking. Your life is not whole. You need a partner. And you're thinking, maybe if I had a partner, my life would be complete. You know, I would feel fulfilled. Because you're kind of thinking, I don't want to die not ever being married. Or I don't want to die single and alone. You know, that's kind of what's going on Gemini's mind. I don't want to pass through this earth without holding someone's hand with me or spending these moments. What if I don't come back? What if I don't reincarnate and have another life? What if this is it? So this is kind of what you're thinking. And you're thinking, I don't want to live like this forever. I want someone. So there may be some magic coming in with the Hierophant. When you think about the Hierophant in terms of magic, you think about religion, religiously. It doesn't mean beliefs, really. It's just religiously doing something. Religion is when you dedicate yourself to some practice and belief, and you do it all the time, repetitively. It's just like a commitment, right? A commitment that I will show up to church every Sunday. I will commit to confessing my sins. I will commit to being there at these times. That's religion. You promise to be there for a belief because you think you're going to get something from it. But when it comes to magic, it's like, I'm going to promise to dedicate to light this candle every day with the intention of marriage or the intention of partnership, you know? And so you're going to just religiously, continuously call in relationship, call in marriage. Like, it's just something that you're going to do all the time. And that's really what I see happening for you, is dedicating yourself to finding that life partner. Okay? Let's go ahead and see what's going on here in your past. In your past, there was a Virgo. Could be a Sagittarius also. But we have the Hermit. Okay? And this is someone's sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter for the ladies. This is someone in your past. Okay? And someone said Leo. Well, that means they could be a Leo in Vedic and a Virgo in tropical, or they could be, you know, some cusper, possibly. But anyways, this was a very strong position for you. You met this person and he or she really made you go within yourself. So this person made you think about life in married terms. You really considered marrying this person, this Hermit. I do think this person would have been older than you. Okay, maybe by a couple years, possibly. Or maybe it's the other way around. You were a little older than them. But there was an age difference, maybe 4 to 5 year age difference, okay? And I feel like this person gave you hope, gave you faith, gave you a belief that marriage could be beautiful. Maybe you grew up in a marriage, like a home. Maybe you grew up with your parents married, that it really wasn't great. Maybe they just weren't happy. Maybe they were unfaithful. Maybe they got a divorce, you know? But you kind of grew up losing faith in marriage. And then you met this person and you're like, oh my God, I think my marriage with you would be the best ever, you know? So there is this tie between Gemini and Virgo energy. Oh, and my little guy came in. Hi, baby. You're a good boy. You want me to turn this on for you?
Videos.
Videos. You're just so cute. Can I have kissing? Come here. What videos do you like? Come here. What videos do you like? Like Iron Giant, Godzilla, Sea Creatures, what?
Sea creatures.
Okay. Please go potty. Please do that. Don't hold yourself. I love you.
Love you.
Okay. So anyways, there is a tie here between a Gemini and a Virgo. It definitely comes out in this reading, so there it is. I'm sorry, he does not close the door when he goes potty. Please excuse the toddler side of this video. Excuse me. Anyways, far distant past, even before this Virgo, let's see what's going on here. Broken heart. Keep in mind, these readings are reversible. General discretion is advised. With the resonation of this video, please check your sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, 7th house, and do check if maybe this is a reversed reading for the cross watchers. Thank you. So anyways, we have the 3 of Swords. Damn. Jesus. So here's the big deal. To be honest, as a tarot card reader, I really want to be detailed. So excuse me if it's very personal, meaning it's for specific people, very specific. If it does not resonate for you, this may not be your reading, and I am sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I want to be as detailed as I can in this reading. Excuse me again with that. Because I don't want to, I love you. So I don't want it to be so general that everybody says it's their story. Kisses? You're the best. I don't want it to be so general where everyone's like, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. It's like everybody. It's like 100,000 people. I mean, it could be, but I want it to be a little bit more tailored to you. So excuse me because I'm going to get a little bit detailed. Okay, Gemini. You're coming in and you have very strong earth in your chart. Okay, Gemini? You have an earth moon or an earth rising or an earth sun. All right? Possibly a Venus or a Jupiter, but you have prominent earth somewhere, whether it's tropical or whether it is Vedic. Please check Vedic. If you don't know, now you know. You need to check it. Anyways, so you're coming in practical. This Gemini is very practically minded. Okay, and keep in mind, I could be speaking to the cross watcher, okay? But this person that I'm reading for is very practical, very traditional. This person has a strong religious background. This person would have grown up with parents and grandparents that took this little chica or chico to church, okay? Yes, they took your ass to church. Or some belief system, okay? If it's not church, you know, there's other religions out there that I'm, not mentioning, but there's others. So you just grew up religious, okay? So enough said. This means it's a very strong Catholic, okay? Number 1, Catholic is really prominent. Second would be Christian, okay? Along with Christian, to me, comes Baptist and all the other shit that believes in God and Jesus and all that stuff, okay? Other religions from other cultures could be Hinduism, okay? It could be Islam. It could be other things. But I'm just saying you grew up very religiously, okay? So you've tried to break out of that, and obviously, like I said, you're being the rebel, true hippie, right? So you've kind of distanced yourself away from the religion that you grew up in, Gemini, and now you're off on your own, kind of just doing your thing. You're trying to get back to that religion in some sense. I'm not seeing you dedicating yourself all the time, but I do see you thinking about it. So I think you're thinking about it. What would it be like if I did go back to church? Would it change me? What would it be like if I did apply these beliefs to my family? And then you tell yourself, don't say that. That's too strict. I don't want a uniform way of thinking. I don't want to be closed-minded. So then you kind of talk yourself right out of it. But here's the trigger. You met somebody, most likely a Virgo, but like I said, it could be a Sagittarius, but you met someone here that reminded you of your upbringing. Maybe this person has the same belief system as you. Maybe this person grew up Catholic like you. Maybe this person is like the perfect fit. Maybe this person is that Christian, Pentecostal, Baptist, whoever that you grew up with. Maybe this person's family is a lot like your family, okay? Maybe they're Islam. Maybe they're Hindu. Maybe they're Buddhist, whatever. This person's like you, and you're like, oh my God, I found the perfect person that I could see myself marrying. Perfect person. They believe how I believe. Their grandma's like my grandma. You know, their dad, mom went to church just like my dad, mom. Or, you know, they believe in the same things I believe in. We have a strong connection. We have a strong bond. I can see myself marrying this person because our families are similar. And so you feel bonded, okay? You feel very bonded to this person. Maybe there's just a strong 9th house presence. Maybe you have a Venus or Jupiter in the 9th house or the 6th, right? So that could be, but they broke your heart. Here's the problem. And here's where we're going to get even more detailed. Not only did this person break your heart, the one that could have been the one, you had 3 bad relationships. Now, a lot of us watching say, Steph, I've had a lot more than 3 bad relationships. True. But there is 3 prominent suitors that you would have married, okay? 3. These are 3 people that really hit the top of the line on the list. Marriage material, marriage material, marriage material. These are the 3 people that you would consider bringing home to mama, marrying, and living a life with. So now this person has come and broke your heart. And you're wondering, questioning marriage, why am I not married? Or if you're already married, did I marry this person because of the wrong reasons? You know, and so there's this going on. Did I marry this person because of the wrong reasons? For a lot of Geminis that married a third party, it could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They're thinking about a Virgo that they could have married, that they broke their heart. So there's this kind of thing, regret. I should have married Virgo. I should have married Virgo, and now we broke up, and now I broke their heart. Or they broke my heart, and now we're not married, and now I'm getting married to somebody else. And so there's this, you know, I'm going to always think about this person. I'm going to always think about them. I'm going to always cry over them. I'm going to always feel wounded because of them. So there's a lot of that. So Gemini, this person in your past thinks a lot about you and is heartbroken. Or Gemini, you're the one that thinks a lot about this person and you're heartbroken. Maybe they passed. Maybe they just married somebody else. Okay, whatever this is, it crushed you because this was your life partner. You saw forever in this person's eyes. What happened, baby?
I can't find the phone.
You can't find the phone now? Did you leave it in the bathroom? Where you went potty?
No.
You just had my phone. Hang on, guys. Don't cry. You misplaced it, huh? Don't cry. Where did you go when you came in here? Okay. So anyways, that's pretty specific, isn't it, guys? Pretty specific. And that's why I said this is not going to be for everybody, okay? That's why I said. So anyways, that's what's going on here. Okay, let's move on to what you're going with. What's happening in your life currently? Because it looks like your past is just broken hearts. String of broken hearts, honey. You have not had a good time with relationships, and this has caused you to reflect, why have I not had successful relationships? I really want one. And so you're willing to put in the work, dedicate yourself to find a relationship and actually make it work. So you might be researching a lot on relationships. These are self-help books on love languages, you know, how to mediate, how to work on relationships, how to be a better person in a relationship, what kind of relationships do you attract, and how can you change that? How do you perform in a relationship? Where have you possibly gone wrong? This is a lot of that inner self-reflection, so you can figure it out, right? Okay, so anyways, down here, what's currently going on with you? Ace of Swords, you're no longer lying to yourself. You grew up. You just grew the hell up, and you're like, I have been irrational. I have been living frivolously. I have been believing things that were, you know, bullshit. I see the truth. I see the truth. Aha moment of clarity. I see why my relationships had failed. Maybe you were too young and you were very jealous. Maybe you weren't responsible enough with career and work. Maybe you didn't upkeep a home beautifully. Maybe you were argumentative and you didn't bend. Maybe you were stubborn, Taurus energy, right? You're no longer pointing the finger at that person or those people. You're just like, you know what? I'm glad. Thank you for this lesson, because now I know how to have a really good, healthy relationship. I've learned all my mistakes, and I'm going to be the best husband or wife out there. Like, I'm going to be the best partner out there. I really know how to have a healthy relationship now. I know what went wrong back there. It wasn't all my fault, but I see also where I contribution, and I know what I need to do to keep it together now, basically. You know how to work through problems. You know how to work through arguments and disagreements. You know how to handle financial stress with someone. You know how to manifest better things in life. You didn't know that then. You didn't know how to be that person then. So this is not about kicking yourself in the butt. This is about realizing I'm better now, I'm stronger now, and how about this? I'm ready now, okay? And if you're already married, then, you know, it just means you're improving on your marriage. You've had a very rough marriage and you would like to fix it. If you're newly married and you got married for the wrong reasons, it looks like you regret having a lost love in the past that you would have had a happier marriage with. So some people, you know, you get married and then you look back and go, gosh, I remember so-and-so, and I bet if I would have had that relationship more responsibly handled the way I handle this one, that relationship could have been even better than the one I have now. So there could be some regrets, you know. Let's see what else is going on now. King of Swords. Damn. Okay, no one's fooling around, Gemini. This is all you all day. You're like, I'm not playing. I am not playing, Steph. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I'm ready for marriage. More ready than I've ever been. I have a plan, girl. I have a plan, all right? You might be wanting to go after another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but you're like, I have a plan. I am going to go straight for it, straight right into it. I'm no longer scared of marriage, or I'm no longer ridiculous in marriage or relationships. I'm going to be responsible, honest. I know what it's all about, you know, and that's okay, because, you know, some people, before they have a relationship, they think marriage is so cute. They really do. Like, oh my God, marriage is going to be loving cupcakes all day. Like, we're going to make love all day. It's just romantic. Like, we're just going to have a romantic amazing time. Like, marriage is going to be so sexy. We're just going to be sexing it up all day long till we're old. Like, really, some people think marriage is all that, you know? And you go into it thinking it's that, and then you realize marriage is a lot of fucking work. It doesn't matter if you're 20 years old, man. Marriage is work, man. You have to pay the bills, you got to clean, you got to cook, you got to, you know, uphold yourself looking like that vision they married from day one, and it's not always easy. Your breath got to smell on point. Your butt got to smell on point. Like, you really got to be all up on yourself. And people can comment and say, oh, I'm like that all the time, Steph. I am the picture of beauty and health and awesomeness. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm basically a diamond and an angel placed on this earth, just somehow, you know, living a life that's really not mine. Listen, I'm not talking to you, girl. I'm not talking to you, boy, because clearly you have a pride issue, and that's something else. But this is someone who has done the work, gone inside themselves, and really just said, okay, I know where I went wrong, and I know where I want to go now. I learned my lesson. I learned it. I'm stronger. I'm wiser now. I'm just better. I'm prepared. I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm cutting off the excuses. I'm cutting off the bullshit. If somebody was too picky, you know, you're not being so picky anymore. You know what you're going for. You're looking for someone that you have something on a list. Here's my list. This is what my list is. And if you're going to be married, they're going to fit that list. Now, what if you're a Gemini like me, who is really not that interested in marriage? How is this resonating for you? It probably wouldn't, because this wouldn't be a reading. If you're a Gemini that's really just not looking for that, then this wouldn't be you. I'm not looking for that, you know. So this reading would not be your reading, okay? And maybe you're a little bit back and forth, right? Maybe sometimes you want marriage and sometimes you don't, you know? And it could be some of that, because Ketu, remember, is confusion. So you might have some confusion where sometimes you really want marriage and there are other times you really just don't. So you're kind of in this weird period of ups and downs. Very Two of Pentacles, you know, where the waves are rushing behind him, super emotional and just back and forth with it sometimes, you know, and that might be what's going on. But currently right now, King of Swords, you're honest with yourself, you're direct with what you want, you're not going to tolerate or substitute or settle. This is, I'm not going to settle. I know what I want in a marriage, and I'm no longer settling, because that was probably part of the problem in the past. In the past, Gemini, you settled. Oh, they fit the bill. You know, they're okay. Oh, this person is pretty much what I can see myself with. Did they fit every part of what's needed for your marriage criteria? Probably not. You know, you might have someone very good looking, but are they financially able? No. You might have had someone who's extremely passionate, but a player, okay? You might have met someone who's very beautiful and smart and intelligent, but she's fickle. She's shallow. She just doesn't have the depth that you would want in a wife. So you know what I mean? So there's this, I see now where I was settling, not doing it anymore. But there's a regret. There's a regret that had you done something different, maybe you could have saved a relationship. And I feel like you're always looking back. And I feel like you always come down to that person. Like, you know, you ever hear the story, the one that got away? The one that got away. And so this is kind of the Gemini reading, the one that got away. And so maybe you'll have a reuniting with that person, maybe not, but there's always that one that got away. And you're just thinking, what could life have been like with that person? Okay, so let's move on. What does Spirit see overall? 8 of Wands. Spirit says, love is going to come at you faster than you even know. Messages, communication, love, romance, passion, faith, promises that you thought weren't kept but will be kept. Spirit is like, I'm on my way, girl. I'm on my way, boy. This is coming fast. You thought your prayers went unanswered, honey. They were answered. They just weren't in divine timing. Now that you've learned your lesson, now that you, in essence, grew up spiritually, now that you're ready, I'm bringing it home. I'm bringing it home. I'm bringing it in. It's on the way. The next card is 5 of Wands. Interesting. 5, 5, 5. See how these fives change, honey? Things are a-changing. Things are a-changing. So your singleness is about to change. This is, to me, this is your battle with love is soon to be over. It took some time. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn in Vedic astrology. So this is just like, okay, it's time. We matured. You know, Saturn is all about maturity. So we matured. It's time. These are a bunch of kids fighting, doing bullshit. And here's a bunch of wands ready to knock all their asses silly. Like, y'all need to quit fighting. I'm coming down to settle this shit. And that's like Spirit saying, I'm coming home to settle the score. I'm coming home to settle the quarrels, the fights, the back and forth, the discord, the drama. Okay, I'm coming back. Whatever drama was happening for you all, consider it soon to be squashed. There's not going to be any more struggle. Because the 8 is strength. And it's just coming in like boom, like a hard punch, a hard hit, a hard dose of truth, a hard dose of inspiration, just a hard dose of love, like knock it off, just a very loud, prominent voice from Spirit. So what Spirit sees is, yeah, you have a struggle with faith, but you're going to be stronger in your faith a year and a half from now. What does that mean for you? I don't know. But that's what Spirit just told me. You may be struggling with faith over the next year and a half, but you're not going to be after that, okay? You won't be. In fact, you're going to be more involved in your faith practices after this period. Secondly, this is about law and order. So, since the number 8 is strength in the major arcana, which is overcoming all obstacles, facing your fears, getting control of a situation, I do think you're just getting control of the way you communicate, the way you operate, the way you believe, and the way you pray, and the way you live. You're getting control and you're getting order over your house. And what I mean by your house is not literally your house, although that does apply. I mean your house as in everything that touches and applies to you. You know, my house, my rules kind of thing. Everything that touches and applies to you, you're getting control over. You're not going to let out of whack, out of control, drama people affect you in your house. You know what I mean? This is your life, your house, right? You're not going to allow any of that anymore. So Spirit sees you getting control of the situation. No longer are you letting drama affect you. Let's go ahead and see how you view yourself. Ooh, this is why Scorpio came up. I called it. You might be dealing with a Scorpio too, because I did call that earlier. Just saying. I did. But here we are, Death card. How you view yourself is Scorpio. And this is serious. And this is no more bullshit. Remember we talked about transformation. That's what this is. You view yourself as dying in the old ways. The old ways are dying. And now you're going to rise again new. For a lot of you, this means, unfortunately, the way you grew up spiritually, you won't do it anymore. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about going back the way you were, how you grew up, because it's nostalgia, right? It's a lot of nostalgia. It's a lot of inner reflection. But at the end of the day, you know in your heart that you're not going back. That didn't serve you then, and it's not going to serve you now. So you're kind of just laying it to rest. This is closure. You're making closure and you're making peace with all of this, honey. This is closed. You have to let this relationship, the one that got away, go. They got away and that's it. Now life has moved on, correct? Life has moved on. They've moved on. It's time for you to move on. We're wiser now. Yes, life is full of sadness, such as death and grief. Life is full of sadness. Ooh, we have Leo again, strength. You could be dealing with a Leo. And another 5 of swords, 5th house, strong. Anyways, you're letting that go, honey. And the way you see yourself, this is the way you see you, not the way spirit sees you, not the way I see you, not the way they see you, but it's the way you see you, Gemini. You see you dying to your old ways. Gemini, if you were once a player, you don't want to be a player no more. I don't want to be a player no more. That used to be a song. I don't know who sang it, but I don't want to be a player no more. That's the song here. I don't want to be a player no more. It's also, I don't want to be a loser no more. Meaning, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose in love. I don't want to lose in relationships. I don't want to lose anymore. I don't want to lose any more money. I don't want to be living a life of loss. I don't want to be a life of lack. Not enough. I want to be a winner. I want to win. I want to overcome. I want to rise above. I want to become different. I want to be different. This is a desire, because Scorpio is all about desire. We have a lot of fire. You really want to be different. You really. So that's the way you see yourself, Gemini, is someone that is changing forever. Forever. How does the person you love see you? How does this person, this cat from the past, the one that got away, how do they see you, Gemini? 9 of Cups. They see you as happy, moved on. Some of them may even see you as selfish, greedy. Okay, I don't know what your situation is. I mean, I only have a few cards here, so it's either one or the other. They see you happy and moved on, or selfish and greedy. Like, you're going to have to see who this is and how that resonates with you, Gemini. But they also kind of see you as an asshole. Oh, I said it. I'm sorry. They kind of see you as an arrogant asshole. I don't know. Player. But you're like, I'm not even that person anymore. Why are you judging me? I'm not that person. I'm not a player. I'm not selfish. I'm not indulgent. I'm not super happy. I'm not none of those things. And you're like, I wish they didn't see me like that, because that's not even the truth. The truth is, I died of my old self and I changed. Now, for very specific Geminis, and I don't know who this is, specific Geminis, you went to church, honey. You gave your heart to the Lord. You gave up your old ways. You quit smoking. You quit drinking. You quit playing. And you're reborn. You got baptized. For some people, that's what this is. Okay, there are some Geminis that just gave it up. Gave up their old ways. There are some Geminis that haven't been to church in 20 years. Like, there's some Geminis that are just like, that ain't me. But it's a spiritual thing. For some Geminis, maybe you didn't go to church and give your heart to God. Maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you didn't go to church and confess your sins and become clean, which is what a lot of Catholics do. For some Geminis, this is, I just simply quit doing my old shit, and I'm a new person, and I made a choice and I made a decision, and this is who I want to be. I want to be who I'm supposed to be, a King of Swords. I want to be righteous. I want to be honest. I want to be just. I want to be truthful. I want to be someone you can count on. I want to be someone that you believe in. I want to be someone that stands up for what they believe in. I want to be a responsible father, a responsible mother. I want to change my ways. 5, 5, 5. Change. That's why you see yourself as the Scorpio. Okay? So this other person that you hurt, or maybe you, they hurt you, they feel like if Gemini, if the person hurt you, They see you as happy and moved on, away from them, and they also think that you might be arrogant and you might be selfish, okay? Maybe a little greedy, okay? If you hurt them, they 100. If you hurt them, Gemini, they think you are an arrogant, selfish, greedy asshole. That's how they see you. They don't see what you've been going through. They don't see that you went through some spiritual transformation. They don't see that you're trying to mature. Okay? They don't see that. Only you see that. We're going to clarify a little bit more, but, you know, that's kind of the general there. Let's keep going. So this is your hopes and fears. Let's go ahead and see. Wow. 8 of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups upright. Gemini, your hopes and fears are that you're actually going to talk to them again. Look at that 8, right? Gotta put that down. Your hope is that you will talk to them again. Your fear is that you will talk to them again and want it to work again. That puts you in a rock and a hard place, between a rock and a hard place. Both of them are not going to work out for you. If you talk to them again, you're going to want to be with them. And you know that. And maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe you're scared shitless about this person. Maybe you're scared they're going to leave you again. Or maybe it's something else, where if you talk to this person again, you might become the old you. You don't want to be the old you. You want to be the new you. And maybe this person represents a past that you don't want to relive again. Maybe you do want to be with this person again. You would love nothing more, hope, than to have a second chance. A second chance. Another chance to make this work with the one that got away. But you're scared that the past may repeat itself. You're terrified. So your hope and your fear is one and the same. I may have a second chance, which is your hope and your fear. That makes you very uneasy. That's a challenge right there. That is a challenge. What does Spirit see in your future? And then we're going to get the outcome, okay? What does Spirit see in your upcoming near September future? King of Wands, Leo energy. Gemini, there might be a Leo approaching you. It's also getting what you want and winning. So this is about achieving a goal, being really happy about it. Maybe you are a little arrogant because you are fucking happy as fuck about it. But this is kind of getting what you want, and possibly you may be wanting a Leo. Standing up for your heart. Next one, the World. In your near September upcoming future is completion. You achieve a goal, you're done, you completed it. Success. Victory is yours. Closure. Gemini, you're definitely going to have closure, possibly on a Leo, but you're having closure. Could be this Virgo Leo cusper, possibly. Could be a Sag that's coming in here like we talked about. Could even be a Scorpio. But, you know, detailed in the past here, there was a Virgo that broke your heart. That's plain and simple. But in your future, you have completion with a Leo. I do think you're going to marry a Leo. I do. I think you're going to marry a Leo. I think that you might marry this person in the future. Okay? And maybe it's that Hermit Virgo that was very closely tied to the Leo. It could be. Could be a Leo in tropical and a Virgo in Vedic. Okay? Or it could just be a Virgo person that is within I would say 5 degrees of the Leo sign. Very closely cusping into that energy. So anyways, the point is, regardless of the sign, Gemini, you're going to have a completion and you're going to get what you want. You're going to be happy. You're going to be a victor. You're going to overcome. You're truly going to have strength. Okay? You're going to have strength and you're going to overcome your challenges and your hopes and your fears. And whatever it is you do want, whether it's a hope or a fear, honey, whatever it is you do want, I see Spirit giving it to you. And look at this, just saying, take a look. Spirit, this is what Spirit sees. This is the head of the reading. This is like the spiritual truth of your reading. Spirit saw 8 of Wands for you. This is what Spirit saw. And by the way, that's Leo, even though this is a Sagittarius card, because it is in tarot, it's a Sagittarius card, but it is the 8 of fire. And we all know the 8 of fire, major arcana, is Leo. So, to say that Spirit says in your future upcoming you have Leo may be a very truthful energy to say that, you know what, I think this Leo is coming towards you. I think Spirit sees a Leo, by the way, 5 of fire, 5th house, Leo. I think Spirit says you have a karmic fate or a spiritual fate to a Leo. I really do. You have some kind of a spiritual connection with this Leo, and you're going to have completion. This completion is not just the ending or completion of a cycle, but feeling whole. This is feeling whole, feeling complete, feeling like the world is yours. The world is yours. And this is just a feeling of satisfaction, full satisfaction. So in your future, I see satisfaction, 100%. And I'm sure you sense that. I'm sure you kind of like, you know what, Steph, that makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. I feel like I'm moving into my comfort zone. I feel like I'm moving into my purpose. I feel like I'm moving into my destiny, because the World card is destiny also. And you're like, I really feel like, yes, in the near future, I'm going to feel very strong in myself, very confident in myself, and very completed in who I am as a Gemini. I'm going to feel like I'm more myself in the future than I have been ever, which is what you're kind of dealing with right now. Just feeling more like yourself, right? Okay, so what does Spirit see as the outcome? Woo! I'm not even going to show you. Your outcome is Ace of Cups, baby. Ace of Cups. Maybe you have a Venus Leo. I don't know. I don't know. But, woo, child. This is beautiful. Whoop, whoop. You get a new beginning. Spirit says the outcome for Gemini is new love, honey. This is a joy for life, like happiness, zest. This is a refreshing feeling. This is a big tall glass of cold water after a walk in the heat summer sun. This is a dive into a cool pool on a hot day. This is a romantic kiss after that long drought. This is just romance after a long drought. This is just happiness, healing. This is God-given, spiritually given to you, communion with your heart from Spirit, man. This is a beautiful, brand new, happy, reinvigorated life, just a brand new beginning, a second chance at love, right? This is like Spirit says, honey, I'm going to give it to you. I'm totally going to give it to you. You thought I wasn't going to give it to you? You thought you were just praying to a wall? Honey, no. I'm going to give it to you. It is in your outcome. No fear, no fear, no fear. Fear no evil, for if the Lord is with you, who can be against you? For those of you that follow biblical, that's the saying. Fear no evil, for if the Lord is with you, who can be against you? And that's why Spirit has been putting you through a spiritual battle of your faith. Because this whole time you've been doubting him. Doubting Thomas. Doubting Thomas. Which can become an angry Thomas, right? and bitter Thomas and all of that. And so we don't want that. So Spirit's going to show up at the right time, at the right place, divine timing, you know, and give you what is deserved, which you have goodness deserved. He just wants to make sure you love him through the hard times. And that is a spiritual saying. You know, I grew up religious, and I will say, Spirit wants you to love him and her through the hard times as much as you do in the good times. Spirit wants to know that you guys have a tight relationship, whether it's rocky or whether it's smooth. Spirit wants to make sure your faith is on point. Because if you have Spirit in your corner, there's nothing you can't overcome. There's nothing you can't win at. So this has been a spiritual testing of your faith. But it's been a lot of life lessons. Okay? A lot. With the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, I also feel like currently right now, you're dealing with an air sign. Okay? It could be a Libra, Virgo cusper. But I do see that you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that may be giving you a run for your money, like really testing you, really putting you through it. If it's not an air sign, it's very difficult communication. And there's one thing about Gemini, you must communicate. Geminis are the best communicators. Well, they're not the best, but they love communication. It's like really important for them. So if you're dealing with somebody that is not communicating with you well, this may be where you have to put your foot down and get firm. So you could be dealing with a very difficult air sign as well. And I do feel that you're going to be the winner out of all this. But there might also just be closure on this difficult person. Okay, there could be a male interest, King of Wands, King of Swords. This could be a male that is in their 40s. Could be 50s. Give me a kiss. Or a masculine energy.
Mama,
What?
you know, Mama, I want you to own me an iron giant.
Okay, go on. Let me do my work.
Mom, I want you to let me. I want you to buy me an iron giant with the Rojo Golf.
Okay, for your birthday. I love you.
Mama.
I need to do my work.
And Mama.
What?
Also, I want Black Panther.
You want Black Panther?
Yes,
Yeah.
birthday with Iron Giant.
You want a Black Panther and Iron Giant birthday?
Yes.
Okay, give me a kiss. I love you. Now go be cute over there and be good. Go on. Go on, I'm trying to work. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get some oracles on this. By the way, look what's at the bottom. Just noticed it. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So that's just a confirmation and a sign. There's definitely some Leo business going on with you. Okay, hunty. Okay, hunty. All right, Gemini. All right, okay. Spirit, can you clarify some of this future information for the Geminis? Can you please clarify this? Woo! Sorry, that was like a weird whatever. You're not going to be, the bottom of the deck is full moon in Gemini. Yes, baby. Yes, hunty. That is your sign. But the card that came out was fiery. It was Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Woo, honey, that's hot. A fiery climax approaches. And this is clarifying this future position for you. So there is a very hot, passionate, fast, desirable outcome, okay? And we're going to read that for you so you can just be happy. All right, let's read this. What does this say? A full moon, 2 full moons, by the way. By the way, real quick, full moons are about fulfillment. Hello, getting what you want. So I kind of think, yeah, you're going to have fulfillment. Kind of, sort of. So full moon in Aries says for Gemini, it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know how deep down you've been a little, let me start over. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash, a little harsh, or gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself. Which means create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. The attuned to the moon note is be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate where you want to be. The additional meaning of this card is being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. If you need to have more fun, do it. The teaching of this card is the full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's an excitement about what may lie ahead. But tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak. Perhaps it's a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. Ooh boy. Price to pay. Interesting. Now, I'm worried because we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Have you been too blunt, too competitive? There's definitely a competition between air and fire. Maybe this is between you and this person and it reaches a peak. You guys are going to have somewhat of a competition. Bottom line, you're going to have some hardship to deal with. Maybe a very difficult closure. A very difficult closure. But you're going to overcome it. Okay? But clarity is coming. Immediately, very, very quickly. So we're going to read your full moon in Gemini, because that's really important for the bottom line energy of all of this. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth. But remember that your words, Gemini, have consequences and impact to your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answer you need will come up soon. The issue you're facing could well be one of few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you're not using and causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Shinn from 1871 to 1940 put it, your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. Ooh, so affirmations. Be careful what you say, it just might happen. The attuned to the moon messages have an important conversation, but stay calm. Additional meanings of this card is don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? 3, you need to laugh off the situation and just move on. 4, job applications have good prospects. The teaching of your Gemini full moon is talk the talk and more talk as the emotional full moon moves you into the communicative sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much. So mind how you go if you pull this card. This card could also indicate an enjoyable social event, such as the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing. This card also augurs well for any study that you're taking on or considering. You want my advice? I mean, you did tune into my channel. You want my advice? You're going to have closure with someone. Be careful what you say. It just might make or break the relationship. Whatever this is. Gemini, you're going to have a big conversation. You've been waiting for it. It's coming up. Spirit says there's going to be a quarrel. There's going to be a little fight. There's going to be some competitiveness or some difficulty. Okay, not big, not major. This is not Ten of Swords. That's major. There's just going to be some irritations in the communication. And it is coming up. It's reaching a climax. It looks like you're going to have closure or a moment to talk with someone that you've had a really hard emotional ride with. Someone that you love, someone that you wanted to be married to. Looks like you're going to have a very difficult conversation. Be careful what you say. Just that's it. It's a warning. My advice, it's a warning. Be careful. Don't say too much. Don't say too little. Think about what you say 3 times before you say it. That's some good advice. Play it in your head before you even spit the words out. Think about the consequences your words will have. What you speak about, you bring about. What you feel becomes real, but what you speak about, you bring about. So you don't want to like call drama into your future because you're expecting it. You know, this is what you're dealing with right now. The King of Swords is having to have a new approach to his communication style. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, watch your mouth. Don't cuss. Don't be a bully. Don't be pushy. Don't be argumentative. Be honest, be clear, be concise, but try to have a little bit of a tender heart here. Don't be too serious. Don't be too rough around the edges, because I think secretly the person that you want to have a communication with, I think they secretly wish they could be with you too. I think this person that you are considering this reading is about you, I think they really want to be with you. And I think that is your hope and your fear, but I think that if you guys play this card right, you could have a new beginning. Okay, you guys could have a brand new beginning. So I'm really excited about that. And, you know, I'm going to go into the extended and I'm going to see more about this future with this person. I want to make sure, is it this person or is it a new person? Because I want to know if it's a new or old person. And in the extended, we can get into that. But before I move on to the extended, I will give you a little teaser. So I'll pull just maybe one Hidden Truth Oracle. And it's another teaser. Maybe another Rose Tarot for the outcome, just to see where it's headed. And then I'm really going to dive into it for Gemini. So let's just go ahead and see. All right, Spirit, please guide me. Whew. Please guide me into this reading for Gemini. Show me a little hidden truth about this communication that they're dealing with right now. Please show me some hidden truth. Clarify. Please clarify what the King of Swords is doing and thinking currently right now. Tell me what's going on with this message. Show me the current. Finding out the truth has crushed me. Interesting. So the King of Swords, which is you, has realized that accepting the truth, finding out the truth was hard. It's hard to do some self-criticism and accept our part in things. That's crushing. It's also hard to realize that, you know, maybe this person has moved on. That's crushing. So right now you're kind of accepting the truth. And I don't see you crying about it anymore because you were in the past. I just see you going forward very confidently, wanting closure just as much as anybody. And bottom of the deck says, I look for you everywhere. So you can't really let go of this person. So currently right now you're trying really hard to let go, but you can't. And if you're a cross-watcher, you know that's you. Okay, Gemini, if this is you, you know that's you. And so you're just like, you know, it's really fucking hard, Steph. It's really fucking hard to accept the one that got away. It's really hard. I think that it's going to transform, but we still have to see what goes on in the extended. Spirit, before I move on, can you please clarify the Ace of Cups for the future outcome? Or do you guys want to know more about the King of Wands and the World? Which one of these do you guys want to know a little bit more about? I'm just going to pull one card before I go into the extended. Just a little cheat for you guys to kind of get a peek at what might be going on. First answer gets it. It can't be both. That's the extended. The world. She called it. She said first, the world. You want to see what the completion looks like, okay? Spirit, show me. Show me the completion. Show me a little bit of the climax. Give me a tease. Give me a message. Give me something. Give me a little something for them. Oh, shiznit. I'm going to save this for the extended, but bottom of the deck, desire, Leo energy, confirming that King of freaking Wands. And then you got the Tower. I know what you're thinking, but you don't know what I'm thinking. I know what you're thinking. You don't know what I'm thinking. Should I say it, Spirit? Should I tell him just a little bit? Because that might give away the extended just a bit. Damn. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. First of all, it has been clarified that this King of Wands is a Leo. It's been clarified. This is what's coming up in your future, okay? There's also a Pisces involved, possibly, and an Aries. Pisces, Aries, cusper, possibly, okay? But moving forward here in the future, we have the Tower, Scorpio. I already been told you I have been feeling Scorpio energy throughout your reading. So there's some kind of a Scorpio heavy influence on all of this, which makes sense because Rahu, thank you Rahu, is in the sign of Scorpio, and he wants to explode Scorpio energy. He's like, yeah, I'm on steroids. Scorpio, Tower on steroids, honey. Rahu's gonna blow shit up. Okay? And so there's this Tower. So confirming the future, September energy, there's going to be a very big climax that is heated. It's going to bring up a lot of feelings with that moon card. A lot of emotions are going to come up. There's going to be closure to a cycle. Whatever drama you have had, it's coming to an all-time close. An all-time close. There's no, it's done for now, I'll revisit it later again. No, this is never again. Never again. One more time. Never again. There is a complete dead end closure to a past cycle. That might scare the shit out of a lot of you guys. But what I see is actually a very passionate, fiery, sexual embrace. I know, you guys didn't expect that, but I did because I'm the tarot card reader. There is a very big sexual energy coming up for you. If you've been celibate for a long time, chaste, that's coming to a closure, honey, real quick. In September, within, well, let's just say within the next 5 to 8 weeks, honey, you're going to have some good loving. And if it's been a drought, expect rain, okay? That's just one message. But I think it's with someone you really want. I think it's with someone you really love. There's going to be an explosion of sexual passion. Now, for some of you guys, specifically, this is angry sex. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But this is going to be angry sex. This is going to be, fuck you for hurting me. And then just riding them like, ugh, I hate that you did this to me. And then just slapping the, I mean, have you guys seen Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Okay, well, that's this energy right here. That's this. Oh! I shouldn't have done it. I was gonna save it. I have to show you now, but I'm gonna quit. Because I gotta go in the extended. I'm gonna fucking quit. But oh shit. Oh shit. Look at this. Queen of Wands. The Queen of fucking Wands. And we've been talking about marriage. You got completion, which is, by the way, a ring. But what the fuck? What the fuck, you guys? Never. What the fuck? Okay. I've been told you this was going to be a fiery reading. No wonder. Woo! I just got chills. No wonder it said a fiery climax approaches. Girl, boy, you just don't know. You just don't know this fiery climax. You just don't know. There is definite completion energy here. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm just going to tell you, this is going to be hot. And it's in a good way. This is going to be, let's get our anger out passionately. I hate you, but I love you. The shock of the Tower is I never saw this coming. The shock of the Tower is, are we really over the dark night of the soul? Did we really come out of heartbreak and heartache and trials and tribulations and drama? Did we really just get over that? Oh my God, is this Tower card. Oh my God. How did I get from heartbroken, suffering, looking for you everywhere, feeling lack, feeling sad, feeling like death, and then I am transformed, and then this love is transformed, and then my life is transformed? How did I come from being in a drought to being in the freaking middle of the ocean? Like, how did this happen? You know, this is crazy. This is going from the Sahara to the rainforest. Like, what the fuck? And this is the Tower. The Tower brings about sudden, unexpected, shocking transformation. Like, whatever was built on this foundation was really crappy, and now it's coming down.
Mom?
Yes?
I've read some Zion videos on another phone.
Well, you need to find the phone that you lost.
Well,
You need to look a little bit harder.
wait, send me the one. I don't need that phone right now.
Okay, well then you go ask your sister for her help with other things. But I need this phone and I need this phone, and I'm not giving them up.
Which phone?
This one. I need it for music, and I need this for my camera.
Oh. But,
No, besides, this one doesn't even have games. This one does not even have games on it. Anyways, the phone that you said you lost, you need to go find.
Why?
Because it's your responsibility. Because I gave you it for you, and then you misplaced it, and you need to be responsible and go find it.
Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I love you, and it's okay. Go on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I love you.
I'm gonna do my book.
Good boy.
I'm going to Moore's room and tell you and more tell her that you're working.
Okay, and if you're a good boy, guess what? We'll read a book, and we'll post it on Maddie V's channel.
Mom,
Mm-hmm.
I am a good boy.
Yes, you are a good boy.
Now let's do that.
Okay, when I'm done here, I'm almost done now. Go on. Go tell Sissy.
I mean tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you.
Love you.
Okay. So anyways, guys, this is a really very happy ending. This kind of explains a little bit more about this Ace of Cups, which is the outcome of your entire situation, which is new love. Now, I'm going to save the best for my extended. We're going to talk about what this card means sexually, what that card means sexually, what these cards mean sexually, because this is a very sexual reading for Gemini. We're going to talk about the outer body spiritual experiences you've been having with this partner, because you've been having spiritual, we talked about this in the beginning, spiritual things going on right now, where you're feeling like they're actually there, but they're not, where you're feeling their sexual energy, even though they're not there, dreams that have possibly been sexual. We're going to kind of talk about that because I do know you've been getting involved in that. I feel it. Scorpio's been heavy in your reading. I know it. So that's because Rahu's in Scorpio. So Rahu is being very, very sexual. Rahu makes everything worse in good ways and bad ways. Rahu really explodes in energy. So if someone was a little bit sexual, when Rahu goes into that sign of Scorpio, now they're really, really outstandingly sexual. If someone was a little bit spiritual, a little bit dabbling into, spirituality, when Rahu goes there, it's gaba boom, major spirituality, major like spiritual, occultic, spiritual stuff going on. Like it's just wow. So Rahu comes to expand and explode. He's basically a nuclear bomb wherever he goes, just nuclear. He just really blows it out of proportion. So yes, this reading may be like, whoa, really blown out of proportion, but that's Rahu. That is all him. So if you like this or you don't, you can thank Rahu. Okay? I'm quite liking it. But I want to see more about how this person feels about you more than just sexual. I want to know, again, if this person is from the past. Okay? So we're going to get into that. And if you want to join me on the extended, you can. You go to jks1111.com and you can click monthly zodiacs subscription. And you just click subscribe, make sure your information is legit, write it down on paper or notes so you can come back to it and remember it, because there's been a lot of people that accidentally put other numbers in or letters, and then they come back and say they can't get in again. That's because they were too quick. They just didn't pay attention to their login. So make sure that that is good. And I'm going to see you there, but you're going to see a lot of good news. A lot of good news in that reading. I'm very sure of it. There's a huge transformation that's coming up. Whatever was the past, whatever was like set in stone is not really in stone, is it? There's going to be a huge, shocking, fiery climax to this very difficult life that you've been living, okay? So we're going to get deep. I'm going to pull lots of different oracles. I'm going to pull information from the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'm going to pull true love oracles. I'm going to pull arrows of love oracles. I'm going to pull probably some island time wellness messages. I'm going to pull my true love oracle messages here, my little heart oracles. And I'm going to be doing a quantum oracle. I'm just going to get really heavy into it. You guys know how I do. So if you guys are interested in going there, please go there now. It will be posted today. Go ahead and subscribe. It's $99 a month. And you get to see all the extended zodiacs. So that's really fun for you. I got a lot of emails about people saying they wanted to join the subscription, but they really wanted that reading with it, the one that gets announced in a live. And some of them were bummed out that it ended in August. So thank you guys for your reaching out and your donations, because they donated as well. I'm going to go ahead and extend that offer. So for the rest of September, as per them, you can thank your beloved fellow family members here with JKS. I will extend that. So if you want to subscribe for the $99 a month, I'm going to extend that into September to where you guys can receive card pulls and readings for you in a live. That means that you do get to have your name and cards pulled about your relationship or, your situation. And if you're live and you keep up with me and you've subscribed here as well, and you know when I'm live, you can literally ask the question in the comments and I'll answer it here in a live for you. If you miss out on the live, then I'm just going to pull your name and do the card reading for you anyways. So always keep a lookout. I will put the names at the bottom of that video. I'm going to give it a little time for that. Maybe a couple more weeks just to see if people come in. I might even wait till the end of September just to give everyone time to come in. If I get a substantial amount of subscribers like this week, I'll go ahead and do those early. And then I'll give people the rest of September to kind of come in. And then I'll do those as well. So we'll see how it goes. I normally don't have a heck of a lot of subscribers, but I do have enough, okay? So we'll see how that works out for you. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is a love journey. It's not a destination. Love is fluid. It is emotions. It's always changing. It's full of ups and downs and ins and outs, and it's always forever flowing. So just keep swimming. It's a big ocean of love out here, and you're going to have some waves. Just keep swimming. There's a wave coming in right now, which looks really good for Gem. All right? So stay positive. Just keep swimming. And I really look forward to seeing you in the extended. So please come over. I want you to see the ending. It's going to get even better than this. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications so you know when I'm live next. I can pull your energy in these readings. And if you really like this reading and you feel this was for you, please go to the extendeds. Go ahead and subscribe. Not only does it support my channel, which is a free channel up and going for you guys, but it gives you something to look forward to every month. It makes you have comfort and peace. Not only do you get to watch your sun or rising or moon, you get to see all of them. So you can watch all of your signs in the extended. You get to see all the different zodiac extendeds. So that way you can kind of see what's going on with your spouse or your lover or your kids or you from different versions. If you're watching a reading from a moon sign, you're looking at your thoughts and feelings and how you emotionally feel about these situations and what are the feelings between you guys. If you're looking at it from a rising sign ascendant position, then you're looking at destiny and purpose, where you're headed. It's like the momentum of where you're going, kind of a future aspect. If you're looking at it from a sun sign perspective, it's a soul journey. It talks about the message as this was your karma. This was what you encountered to experience. It was a part of you. It could even be past life connections with you. And if you're looking at it from a Venus perspective, it means that reading really bundles up your relationship in a nutshell. It really kind of just has the energy of your lover and you in a relationship in the reading. And it talks about your relationship. The same with the 7th house. It's almost identical to Venus. It's the energy and essence of your relationships. It kind of just in a nutshell bundles it up and says, hey, this is what's going on in your relationships. So it's really good to watch the signs, okay? So anyways, I encourage you to subscribe. You can learn a lot. You can grow a lot. You can feel good. Hopefully I'll see you there. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And I'll be on today a little bit later as well to do the 33s. I know I need to do it. I just... I have to put down the names in order before I get on there so I know who's first, and that takes a little time. I kind of have to get it organized. I do know Samuel's first. So Darth Samuel, if you're watching, you're first, then you get to get your reading. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Just keep swimming. I'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys.